And we're here to wake our people up in the last days, you know, because beyond popular belief, you know, we have to come back to our playbook.
That's right.
The law, statutes, and commandments, you know, that the Most High have ordained for us to keep. You know,
Give me Romans 13 and 12. Give me Ephesians. No, give me Romans 13 and 12. Give me Ephesians 6 and 10.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
because beyond popular belief, you know, the Most High did not send his son, Yahawashi, to save everybody.
That's right.
He didn't come to forgive everybody of their sins.
Right.
He didn't come to give lollipops and teddy bears. He didn't come, you know what I'm saying, to tell everybody, oh, I love the whole world. You know, no. He came for his chosen people, which was Israel.
That's right.
You know, he came to let Israel know that he made them to be separate, to be better than everybody. Hey, how you doing now, sister? And you got 5 seconds for the Most High? All right, all praises, sister, all praises. You know, the Most High came for Israel.
What's that first one? Romans 13 and 12.
You know, so the Most High came to let the so-called black, the so-called Mexican, and the so-called Native Americans know that he loved them above all people.
That's right.
Because beyond popular belief, we've been put down, we've been stumped on, we've been walked over like a rug.
Facts.
But the Most High did that to show us that, hey, look, if you come back to your law, statute, commandments, I'll show you how much I love you.
Right.
Go ahead, bring that out, King.
Yep, 13, 12.
The book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 12.
Bring it out.
The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light.
See, we got to put on the armor of light. You know, light has always been righteousness in the Bible.
Right.
You know, we got to go ahead, we got to take off darkness, which is this world, because this world will tell us anything.
Okay.
This world will let us know, oh, we love you. Oh, we got your back. We'll give you the stimulus. But what? Why do you need to give me a stimulus if you could have went ahead and not deceived us?
Right.
If you say treat everybody equally, but yet is you treating everybody equally? Look where we at. We're in McDougal right now.
Right.
I guarantee you, if we went over there into the upper parts of the neighborhoods in Durham, they don't live like this.
Jacked up.
You know what I'm saying? They don't have to worry about, is their lights working? They don't have to worry about, is their plumbing draining?
Is my roof got to get fixed?
Is my roof got to get fixed? Hey, what about the brothers that was out here handing out them slab pork chop sandwiches?
Right.
But yet they ain't here, but yet they said, oh, we here all the time. We here for their good. Well, where's their good at?
And the black woman came over here to defend it.
To defend them. You know what I'm saying? But the Bible tells us that a gift destroyeth the heart.
Right.
And that's exactly what they did, because week in, week out, they're not here. But all of a sudden, when they want to make a grand appearance, they say, oh, we care about you. Well, where's the caring about? You got a precept, King? Go ahead, bring out that next verse.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand the wiles of the devil.
See, so you can stand against the wiles of the devil, because right now the devil is at his busiest. We got all these so-called coronaviruses out here. We got all these other man-made things that they're trying to go and infuse in the communities of the so-called black, so-called Indian, and so-called Mexican areas. But you know, you notice they never ever have those same issues in their neighborhoods.
Right.
They never have the same liquor store upon liquor store upon tobacco store at every corner in their neighborhoods.
Right.
But yet, as soon as you come into what you call the so-called slums of the neighborhoods, the so-called ghettos of the areas, you always see every area. Matter of fact, on our way to McDougal, we passed about 5-6 different liquor stores,
Right.
about 5-6 different tobacco stores.
Right.
But yet, if we go in their neighborhoods, you may see one. How you doing, brother? Hey, you got 5 seconds for the Most High? Just 5 seconds. Hey, I just want to wake you up, brother. Hey, you see the sister coming back? All praises. Hey, we appreciate you, sister. See, all praises. All praises, sister. We doing good. Hey, so we just came out here, you know, we the Hebrew Israelites. We just came to wake up our people in the last days. So I just wanted to ask you, you know, do you know nationality-wise who you are? Like if you went to work and you filled out your application, you know how it says like Mexican descent, you know, Asian descent. Like what would you put on your application? Black or African? Okay, so I just wanted to let you know that you are not black, because black would be like a color of a crayon, a marker, or one of them things. And And that's one of them things though that they have tricked us into doing, because if you look over here, you got American Vespucci, which is a European, and you have Specio Africanus, which is also a European. And those are two Europeans, so how could we be named after two Europeans? You see what I'm saying? And then they went into African American, which is African, once again, a European. Then you also have Afro, you know what I'm saying? Which now we're a hairstyle. So you see the way that they went and given us our heritage. You know what I'm saying? Then you even go as far as back as slavery, and then that's as far back as we can, link our heritage. After that, like, oh, well, you're from Africa, but it's like, but there's so many different nationalities in Africa. Like, how can you just only go that far back? You know what I'm saying? So we're here to let everybody know who we are. So if your dad is a so-called black man, you would be from the tribe of Judah, which is blacks and African Americans. But we are all from the 12 tribes, which is the 12 sons of Jacob, which is Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, Zebulun, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Issachar, and Naphtali. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to give you a couple scripture verses to let you know, the children of Israel. Can you give her, you got one? He got a precept. Go ahead, bring it out, King.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For you.
So right there, he letting you know that, first of all, our heritage got discontinued, or Israel's, as you're seeing, because you are Israel, so it got discontinued in the land where he took you to, and you will serve your enemy. So see, now you're starting to get a little bit of your backbone of your history. Go ahead, King, finish that off. I'm sorry.
For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
See, so we kindled a fire in the Most High's eyes, and it burned forever. So that's why the so-called black man, so-called Indian, and so-called Mexicans, that's why we're going through what we're going through. You got a precept here?
Jeremiah 17 to 4. Jeremiah.
Isn't that 14 and 2 real quick?
All right, and he will go ahead and bring out another one.
We're just trying to identify with you to show you that you are of the people of the book.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
Judah mourning, and the gates thereof languish.
So he's saying Judah, the real Jews, they mourneth, and the gates languish, which means that they have no barrier for defense.
Go ahead, bring it on.
They are black.
Wait a minute, they what?
They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
The cry of us have gone up because we go through so much, in this nation. So the cries have gone up to the Most High, and believe that he hears our cries because we are his chosen people.
Right.
Go ahead, bring it out, King.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 8 and verse 21. For the hurt of the daughter of my people, I am hurt. I am black.
Wait a minute, he is what?
Let me read it from the top, because we're talking about the sister right here. This is Jeremiah chapter 8 and verse 21.
Bring it out.
For the hurt of the daughter of my people, I am hurt. I am black. Astonishment have taken hold on me.
So the Most High is letting you know once again, look, that even for the daughters of his people of Zion, he's hurt, he's upset. And so the Most High is just waiting, to bring his fury to this earth. And that's why we're trying to wake our people up and let them know, look, turn back to our playbook. Go ahead, bring it out, King.
The book of Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
I am black.
You was what?
I am black.
You was what?
I am black.
Read.
But comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon, look not upon me because I am black, because the sun had looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me. They made me keeper of the vineyard, but my own vineyard have I not kept.
So he's saying he's black and comely. See, he's black and beautiful is what comely means. And he's letting you know that, he kept his mom's vineyards and all that. But hey, it's all praises though. So when anybody asks you again,
Song of Solomon 1 and 5.
And then I got some other scriptures on there, and then that's the contact information on the bottom.
so get a hold of them. And ma'am, when anybody asks you again, you're not black, you're Hebrew Israelite.
That's
From the tribe of
Israelite.
Judah.
That's right.
That's right.
That's
All praises, all praises.
All praises.
Thank you too for being a woman of your word too. All praises. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to wake up our people in the last days.
I know you just in there, right? Yeah, 2 Corinthians. Yep. 2 Corinthians 4, 4 and 5. 10, chapter 10, 4, 5, and 1 Corinthians 2. You can go 10, 4, 5. Okay.
Yeah, so we just here to wake up our people in the last days, because I know that this world, they don't want to see Israel wake up.
Right.
They want to sit here and see us continue to sin,
Right.
because we know they know that if they keep us in sin, that they can continue to do what they're doing, continue their evil, continue their wickedness, continue their doing of what they're doing.
That's right.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, and verse 3.
Bring it out.
For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. Verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
See, so right there, he's letting you know that the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. If we want to sit there and contend with this world, we got to reach to our power. And the power is our Father, which is art in heaven. And if we don't reach back to him, we are not going to be successful. We're going to always fall to the wiles of the devil, and we're going to be unsuccessful in this walk.
Right.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds.
See, because the strongholds that this world have on us, I mean, we cannot fleshly and carnally do anything against them. As you see throughout the years, no matter who we've had, no matter if it was Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, any of those guys, Marcus Garvey, or let's go back over to Africa. Let's go get our money together. Let's start our own community. All those things are in vanity, because the Most High said that if we don't reach back to him, we're not going to be successful. Go ahead, King.
Verse 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahawashi.
See, and right there is letting you know that every single time that we go into these institutes, you know, they exalt themselves above the Most High. You know, saying, oh, Caesarea is this guy. He's an accessory is what I look at. Right. I mean, he's an accessory to the crime of trying to be the high and holy. Because there's only one high and holy. And to have the captivity of your mind, you got to understand that. Once your mind gets into these institutes, it's captive. And just like we are in captivity, your mind's in captivity.
Right.
Whenever you start going into the ways of this world, you end up being in captivity, and then your mind goes into all the ways that the Most High have not ordained for us to go. Right. So we let you know, Israel, to come back to the Most High, come back to what he's ordained for us, so that way we can obtain what he has for us, which is eternal life.
That's right.
Bring it out, King.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 2 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
That your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of the Most High.
See, so we got to get back to standing for the Most High. Because every single time we try to go into this world and be of this world, we see exactly where it gets us. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We got a little piece of the pie, like King said before. Right, you know, little crumblets. They threw a scoop of ice cream on top of it, and then they mess around and put some whipped cream, sprinkle some little chocolate frosties on there, some glitter, and you think you doing your thing. Got a pair of Jordans on your feet, got a little truck, got a little car, put some 20s on it. You think you the thing, and then this happened. Go ahead and finish that out, King.
Howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the prince of this world that come to naught.
See, they come to naught because they think just because we got a little crown that's bent, you know what I'm saying? Got a little shined up. They think they doing something. But what the Most High say?
Howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor the prince of this world that come to naught. But we speak the wisdom of the Most High in a mystery, even then hidden wisdom, which the Most High ordained before the world unto our glory.
See, because when you come into this truth and you begin to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, then he will open up that hidden wisdom. you will be able to understand now what Deuteronomy 7 and 6 is saying.
Right.
You'll be able to understand what Deuteronomy 28 all the way down to 68 stands. Because, you know, when you just open up that book, and I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I used to be in the Christian church.
Right.
I used to go ahead and rock it out.
Right.
John 3:16.
Right.
Thought the whole world was the whole world.
Right.
Till I found out that it was the whole world of Israel.
That's
Right.
right.
But you ain't gonna know that until you start keeping them laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? You get that pork chop sandwich, he's not gonna open that up.
Right.
You smoke that cigarette, he's not gonna open that up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta come back to his laws, his statutes, his commandments. Because it's his way or the highway.
That's
Right.
Like King said, you gonna get down to later.
That's right.
I mean, it ain't my words. I mean, he the one told you that.
Right.
All we here is to go ahead and speak his words like it just said.
That's
the words that
right.
are ordained. You know what I'm saying? You got a precept, King?
No, I'm not ready there.
All right, go ahead, King.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Hear the words of the Most High, ye children of Israel.
Ye who?
Ye children of Israel.
Read.
For the Most High have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land.
Right.
See, everybody going into these Sunday institutes, because I'm pretty sure they're going to be, I noticed they back open, King. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go in there tomorrow, and they're going to be like, oh, my pastor said this. Oh, he went ahead and read 2 scriptures and broke it down like Humpty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the Most High ain't got nothing to do with that.
That's
he ain't
right.
dwelling in them places. He said flat out, come back to his wisdom. There's no truth on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Every time everybody keeps saying, oh, well, what about this? And what about that? Well, what about thus saith the Most High?
Right.
Because everybody got something to say, a vain opinion. Everybody feelings is all mixed up like a tangled web of a spider.
That's right.
But what did the Most High say? He said there's only one that has truth. There's only one that's good. So if you ain't doing all of them things, you're doing just folly. You know what I'm saying? You're vain. Go ahead and bring this out, King.
It's the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24.
Bring it out.
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
Who is Joe Biden?
The wicked.
Who is Donald Trump?
The wicked.
Who is all the princes over in Saudi Arabia?
The wicked.
Read.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
See, because he's talking about that they try to cover the judges, which is the Most High and His Son. They try to hide and, in fact, telling people lies upon lies. Like King said, the powerful speaker before me said, you know, they try to deceive the people. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know, when they deceive the people, you know, then the Most High gets upset. He gets angry. And that's when you got to deal with his wrath and his anger and all those things. So what we try to let you know is come back to the law, statutes, commandments. Keep the high holy days. Keep the things that the Most High feels and deems to be great in his eyes. And that way you ain't got to feel in the great day of wrath and judgment. You ain't got to feel those things that the heathen have to go through. You ain't got to feel them things that all those that he came back to avenge his people have to go through. But if you don't keep his laws, you don't keep his statutes, and you don't keep his commandments, then hey, on that day, that burneth like an oven,
Right.
it's over for thou. I mean, hey, and we ones say that we said it, but you know, the book said it.
Right.
We're only just trying to tell our people to look, come up out of her. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Go ahead, King.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 26. So like, chapter 26, verse 25. And I will bring a sword upon you that shall avenge the quarrel of my covenant. And when ye are gathered together within your cities, I will send the pestilence among you.
See, right now, he's telling you right now, we gathered upon our cities. And what is he doing? He's sending a pestilence. You know what I'm saying? He's sending a sword. You got armies, which people don't even know, but over the last 2 to 3 weeks, armies have been being deployed in Texas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In Florida.
Right.
Up in Michigan, my home state.
She
You know,
get
they're
real.
deploying the soldiers everywhere.
Right.
But see, we are giving in marriage, in drink, hanging around all in folly. We ain't even paying attention to the times. They ain't even realizing that, hey, that man, Esau, he moving.
Right.
He doing what he's going to do, that the Most High ordained the steps of every man to do.
Right.
And then when that time comes, you'll be like, oh, well, when did that happen? Oh, how did that happen? How did that come to fruition? I'm telling you, the Most High got this prophecy fast forward. You got Sleepy Joe right now. He got the 1,000,000 shots in a month. 30 days, I think is what he said. 1,000,000 shots in 30 days or 100 days. I'm telling you, you better be careful, y'all. Go ahead, finish that out, King.
And it says, I will send the pestilence among you, and ye shall be delivered into the hand of your enemy.
Into the hands of who?
Into the hand of your enemy.
No, into the hands of Esau.
Into the hand of your enemy.
Read.
And when I have broken the staff of your bread, 10 women shall take your bread in one oven, and they shall deliver you your bread again by weight, and ye shall eat and not be satisfied.
See, he letting you know, because see, right now, you know, famine is upon us.
Right.
You know, we going through all these things. Money is a problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the Most High is sending us through a series of things. And right now is the time to listen to the prophets, because if you ever look back into the Bible, you always realize when the time at hand, when something major is going to be happening upon the world and upon the earth, the Most High always sends out his mighty, mighty men, his prophets, to be able to spread the word and let you know that, hey, come back to the laws, come back to the statutes, come back to the commandments.
Right.
Because if you don't, then, hey, you're going to render his wrath and his fury. And once those days come upon you and them things come upon you, there's nothing that's going to save you. You know what I'm saying? There's not no Matthews. I mean, there's a Shalaki. There's not going to be no Malcolm X, no Martin Luther, no whoever you may think of as a Ray down the street.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Old Timbo that's upstairs in the 3rd floor.
That's right.
I mean, ain't nobody going to be able to save you. You know what I'm saying?
John
you got a
with all
precept
the
here?
guns.
Right.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
But when you shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass. But the end is not by and by. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven.
Wow.
Right.
Hey, King. I got to hear that one again, man. That one just touched my soul right there, King. You got to bring that out one more time.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass.
See, right now, those things are coming up to pass, because right now, over in Israel, we've heard Israel and Iran, the Middle East, are rising up against each other.
Right.
Go ahead, read, King.
But the end is not by and by. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places.
Hey, King, you got 5 seconds for the Most High? Well, if anybody asks you, you're an Israelite.
That's right.
And famines and pestilences and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven.
See, and right now, too, I don't know if everybody's aware of it, but I've also was just looking up the other day, and it's another locust attack over there in Africa. So, I mean, all these pestilences, you know, cause food disorder. Then also you have all these diseases.
Right.
I mean, all these things are just great signs that the Most High continue over and over again to show us. Like, there's been a lot of snowfalls in diverse places. There's been a lot of rainfalls and floods in diverse places.
Great sightings.
I mean, great sightings.
The UFOs.
I mean, of course, you have the great chariots of the Most High have been visiting us quite regularly lately.
Right.
So, I mean, all of these are things that are happening that the Most High has ordained to happen. But yet, this is not going to be the end, because there's going to be greater things than that. Go ahead and bring it out, King.
The book of 1 Esdras, chapter 4 and verse 37.
Bring it out.
Wine is wicked. The king is wicked. Women are wicked. All the children of men are wicked. And such are all their wicked works. And there is no truth in them. In their unrighteousness also shall they perish.
Shall they perish. And because when you're wicked, you're not keeping any of the law, statutes, and commandments. So therefore it makes you wicked, because if you're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, you're righteous. You have the light in you. But when you're wicked, the Most High is going to destroy you. And as far as these kingdoms around, hey, these kingdoms are wicked. There's no good in them. Nobody helps the poor. They can say, oh, well, look what I've done. Like the guy that had the slab sandwiches. But if you're making them transgress, that's not good.
Right.
You're doing evil. You know, you're being crafty counsel.
Crafty
So I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? The Most High is going to destroy all those wicked things. Go ahead and bring that precept out, King.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people. The widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
See, they're robbing all the greatness of the Most High. I mean, because they're taking, you know, their calamities, their downfalls, and they're using it against them. Like, oh, you ain't got a husband?
And that's like when they was out here with the unrighteous decree, giving out the sandwiches,
all
handing
praises.
them a blanket,
All
a
praises.
brownie.
You're destroying them with a gift.
Right,
with a
with a
gift.
gift, right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you think about that. I mean, you're using their downfall as a way to exploit them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you ain't got a husband in the house? Oh, well, let me give you this extra income. But the only thing is, you can't have another income. You can't have a husband no more.
Right.
You can't have a boyfriend no more.
Right,
and then it's like, oh, well, if I ain't got to have a man and I can get the same income, well, why don't I just keep on riding with that? You know what I'm saying? Those are all those crafty counsels that they don't know. And they're bringing forth monsters because now they don't have a father.
Right.
They don't have any influence. They ain't got the positive influence.
Right.
They ain't got a man to raise a man because a woman can't raise a man.
Right.
They don't have any structure because a man can be over their daughter. You can actually look at a young man and tell the things that he's trying to do, trying to underhand, trying to undermine, and try getting your daughter, you know, doing the things that young men do. You know, a father can see those things.
That's right.
You know, but when you take the head of the family away from that, now you leave the family vulnerable, and then when that happens, this happens. You know what I'm saying? Then we grow up and we're in folly. You know, we have no structure. We're not coming back to the Bible because if the man is the true leader in the structure of the home, then he can say, hey, we're going to be a family that prays together and we're going to stay together. We're going to get in the book. So we're just telling you, Israel, come back to your law, statutes, and commandments and do what's right by the Most High. Go ahead.
Right.
You got a piece, okay? Go ahead, bring it out, King.
The book of Titus, chapter 1 and verse 5.
Bring it up.
Salaki. Book of Titus, chapter 1 and verse 14.
Bring it up.
Not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men.
Wait a minute, not giving feed to Jewish fables. I thought that they were the real Jews.
Not giving heed to Jewish fables
Bring it out.
and commandments of men that turn from the truth until the pure, all things are pure, but until them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. But even their minds and conscience are defiled. They profess that they know the Most High.
They profess what?
They profess that they know the Most High.
They profess what?
They profess that they know the Most High. But in works they deny Him, being abominable and disobedient, and into every good work reprobate.
See, in every good work reprobate, because the Most High said, look, if you think you're doing everything in my name, if you think you're doing everything for me, but yet you ain't keeping no laws, you ain't keeping no statutes.
Right.
Hey, we keeping Christmas, we keeping Thanksgiving, which most of them don't even know that you're the killing of your forefathers.
Right.
We keeping all them things, but then we tell them, hey, the true Passover, you got to get all 11 out your house first because it's unleavened bread at the beginning.
Right.
Then you got to go ahead and keep it. Then you eat. Then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? Then after that, you're like, oh, okay, you know, hold that, because the Most High say hold that. Then there's another Sabbath at the end. But then they holler at you, and they say, oh, no, but then they're going to keep Christmas, though.
Right.
They're going to keep Easter.
Right.
They're going to keep all these other vain holidays.
Right. New Year.
And bring in the New Year's.
Right.
Come on, man. The Most High ain't dealing with this. Go ahead, bring it out, King.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 33.
Bring it out.
Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways.
To who they ways?
The wicked ones thy ways.
Read.
Verse 34. Also in thy skirts is found the blood of the souls of the poor innocents. I have not found it by secret search, but upon all these, yet thou sayest, because I am innocent, surely his anger shall turn from me.
See, everybody's saying that they innocent. Holding their hands up, I ain't do nothing.
Right.
But yet, if you ain't do nothing, what is this right here?
Bring it out.
Is this nothing?
Right.
I mean, the innocent blood that was shed on them ships coming over here, that's nothing?
Right.
That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, you know, when you starting to see, you know, think about what's been done in this world that people have done to Israel, and then, oh, let's forget what happened. You know what I'm saying? Well, the Most High said, don't forget the days of the old. Remember the days of the old.
That's right.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? This is what goes back to our forefathers in slavery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we need to get back to our book, to our heritage book. Because at the end of the day, you know, if we don't know where we came from and what we're doing, then what are we doing? Oh, you got a precept, King?
1 John chapter 2, verse 4.
Bring it out.
He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar.
They what?
Is a liar, and truth is not in him.
And the
But I thought
truth
they
is
said
not
they
in
know the
him.
Most High.
But whose keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of God perfected.
The love of God is what?
Perfected. Hereby know we that we are in him. He that saith he abideth in him, on him also so to walk, even as he walked. Brethren, I write no new commandments unto you,
Do what?
but an old commandment.
Wait a minute, I thought that was a new commandment. They said that all the commandments is done away with.
But an old commandment, which ye had from the beginning.
Beginning.
The old commandment is the word which ye have heard from the beginning.
Right.
And again, a new commandment I write unto you, which thing is true in him, in you, because the darkness is past, and the true light now shineth.
See, so he letting you know that, hey, if you keep these commandments, then the darkness is done away with, and the true light will shine through you.
That's
so
right.
every time you sit there and say, oh, I know the Most High,
That's
oh, I'm doing his will, and you ain't keeping no commandments, you're not doing anything.
That's
And how
right.
you doing, sisters? Hey, y'all got 5 seconds for the Most High? All right, all praise, all praise, all praise. So we telling y'all, hey, come back to y'all laws, come back to y'all statutes, and come back to y'all commandments.
Hosea 12? Yep, Hosea 12 and 2, and Micah 6 and 2.
The book of Micah, chapter 6 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
Hear ye, O mountains, the Lord controversy, and ye strong foundations of the earth, for the Lord has a controversy with his people, and he will plead with Israel. Oh, my people, what have I done unto thee? And wherein have I wearied thee? Testified against me. For I brought thee up out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed thee out of the house of servants, and I sent before thee Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. O my people, remember now what Balak, king of Moab, consulted, and what Balaam, the son of Beor, answered him from Shittim unto Gilgal, that ye may be, Salaki, that ye may know the righteous of the Lord.
See, so you got to come back and understand that the Most High have delivered us from our bondage. And now we go off and then we're back in bondage. So all we have to do is just come back to our law, statute, commandments, and the Most High will come back and redeem us again. But if we continue to live unrighteously, the Most High is not going to redeem us. He's going to continue to put us through what we're going through. We're going to continue to go through the folly we go through.
Right.
We're going to continue to be in the city. We're going to continue to want in all things from our enemy.
Okay.
And we're going to continue to go through those folly things.
Right.
So come back to the laws, statutes, and commandments and get what the Most High got for us.
Bring it out, King.
The book of Hosea, chapter 12, verse 2.
Bring it out.
The Most High have also a controversy with Judah, and will punish Jacob according to his ways. According to his doings will he recompense him.
See, so the Most High letting you know that he has a problem with Israel and with Judah, because he changed Jacob's name into Israel, and Judah is the southern kingdom. So he has a problem with both of us because of our ways. What are our ways? We cannot keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and that's our problem. If we could just get back to our heritage and do what's right by the Most High will definitely be on our side. And the world will know this, and the world will fear us. But because we don't do right, because we want to be like the heathen, the Most High is not on our side, and we continue to go through the things that we go through.
That's right.
Y'all coming over now? All praises.
All praises.
All praise.
All praises.
Come on over here, this word.
I only need 5 seconds. Just 5 seconds. Most High only want 5 seconds from y'all. All praises, all praises. So we just, hey, can you come stand right here? Stand up front. We just here to just edify our people and try to teach our people, because beyond a shadow of a doubt, you know, the world has lied to our people. So if you have went to work and you went to file an application for a job, and you know it's like Asian, you know, Mexican, all those different nationalities. What nationality would you put on your job application? Black, right? So we're here to let our people know that we are not black, color of a crayon. You know, we're not all them things. That you are a Hebrew Israelite from the 12 tribes of Jacob, right here. So is your father black? Is your father black? So if your father would be a so-called black man, you would be from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
And is you as well, your father black? So you would be from the tribe of Judah.
Let's prove.
This is Jacob's 12 sons. So go ahead, King. We're going to show ahead and show you a few things of the tribes.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So Moses, when we had came out of Egypt, when the Most High had delivered us from Egypt, the Most High had gave, you know, Moses some things to tell to the children of Israel, because we have made a covenant with the Most High for him delivering us from out of Egypt. Go ahead and bring it out, King.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 11 and verse 26.
Bring it out.
Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
So for this covenant, he let us know that, hey, this day for bringing y'all out, there's going to be a blessing that I'm going to give y'all, but it's also going to be a curse. Bring it out, King.
A blessing if you obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day, and a curse if you will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God, but turn aside out the way which I commanded you this day to go after other gods which you have not known.
See, so what happened was, once we came out of there, you know, we started going into different religions, Christianity, all these things. And so the Most High, like, look, it's going to be a blessing if y'all do the commandments. But if you go away from these commandments, then I'm going to go ahead and punish you. And so that's why a lot of things are happening. Go ahead, King, bring it out.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1.
Bring it out.
This is the book of the commandments
Of the Most High.
No, this is the Bible.
This is the book of the commandments of the Most High,
Bring it out.
and the law that endureth forever.
I thought it was just on 2 commandments and it just only went to Jesus came.
And the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
See, so he letting you know that that this book of life, that the law will last forever. It don't stop like a lot of people have been told, oh, Jesus, when he come, you know, the laws were done away with. No, it's forever. And so this is what's going on. So go ahead, King.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Go ahead, give her the first curse.
16. Curse shall that be in the city, and curse shall that be in the field.
So I gotta ask y'all a question. So when you go into the cities, who have the lowest living conditions? Us. All praises.
Right, praise.
See, and that's what's going on, because we didn't keep these commandments, you know. And go ahead and then in the fields. I mean, you can go into the tobacco fields and the cotton field. I always like to say into the work field as well. Who's the last hired, the first fired? And it doesn't make any sense. You can just fire one corporate person and make up a lot of that revenue, but they don't. They fire 100 of us to make that same amount. It doesn't make any sense. Go ahead, bring out another curse, King.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 56.
Bring it out.
The tender and delicate woman among you, which will not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil towards her husband.
Shall be evil towards who?
Her husband of her bosom, and towards her son, and towards her daughter, and towards her young ones that come out between her feet.
I know you've heard many a times, I wish I had never had you. Oh man, you get on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? Just like your daddy. I mean, all of them types of things. I mean, those are the types of things that, you know, only we go through, you know? So this is some of the curses. Go ahead and bring out another one, King.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now, in the Bible, you know, sometimes they use words and they actually have a different meaning. So in this turn, we're going to find out the real meaning of Egypt. So we're going to take you into Exodus chapter 20, verse 2, and we're going to find out what the meaning of Egypt mean in this particular context.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2.
Bring it out.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So right there, Egypt means the house of bondage. So what is another word for bondage? No, I'm not talking about what's another word for bondage. Like if I say, oh, I'm going to put you in bondage, what's another word for it?
What'd you say? I didn't hear you. Tied up.
But what's another one?
Look right there. What was they taking those people?
Nope. What we do with there.
There you go, all praises, slavery. So bondage is another word for slavery. So we're going to go ahead and put bondage and slavery in the middle there for Egypt, and listen how it sounds.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt, into bondage or slavery again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Go ahead.
By the way where I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there you should be sold unto your enemies.
So when we got over here, who was we sold to? And who did the Most High say who they were, though?
Hey,
All praise, all praise.
And there you should be sold unto your enemies for bondman and bondwoman, and no man shall buy you.
So no man will redeem you in Hebrew. So I just wanted to wake y'all up and let y'all know. So if anybody asks y'all who y'all are Hebrew Israelites. This is some information. Go ahead and get a hold of our brothers. You can start, they'll start, help you out with teaching you, some of the laws. Come over, congregate, like we all congregate. Matter of fact, our wives right now is over at Brother House right now, and they keep the law, statutes, and commandments like we do. There are things that, we have to do in the Bible, to start keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Like for instance, like women, y'all supposed to wear dresses. Like that's one of the law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High do tell us that y'all have to keep. You know what I'm saying? Wearing fringes on the edge of your garments. Those are things, like if you look at all the brothers up here, we all got fringes upon our garments. That's one of the things that the Most High requires us to do. And, and then, keeping those laws, statutes, and commandments. Like people say, oh, I feel weird, I feel different. Well, it felt that way for all of us. Let me let you know, but as we did it, the Most High blessed us to do it. And all these things are our heritage, you know what I'm saying, that got took away. But
Can I get two scriptures before y'all go? You looking like you getting a little.
I know that's why.
Hey,
I know.
Get that
I
7.
appreciate you
Get
too.
that Deuteronomy 7 and 6. This is Deuteronomy,
Watch this.
and this is why we out here. Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 24.
Bring it out.
And the Most High commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear the Lord our power, for our good always, that He might preserve us alive as it is this day. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Most High our power, as He has commanded us.
all praise, see?
So we not just out here just because it's a commandment for the men of the Most High to come warn our people in the last days.
Go ahead.
No, this is what we do. Like if you notice when you go out to churches, so-called churches, they'll give you two verses, and then they'll go rant, rave, and do all that stuff. Well, we just teach the Bible. So when we telling you like what the Most High say, we're not coming out as ourselves. We are coming out as oracles of the Most High, which means all we're doing is reading the Bible. If you notice, like we won't tell you anything different. That's why when we went and told you what Egypt was, we didn't tell you what we felt Egypt was. We took you to another scripture. Because once you start keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, the Most High will open up this book and He will teach you deep, dark secrets in here.
Let me bring this out. This is a text.
All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy. So right now, y'all are what? Blessed, because you're hearing the words of this prophecy, right? And keep those things, which is the law, statutes, and commandments that are written therein, for the time is at hand. That's the book of Revelation.
Time is at hand because it's coming to the end. And if you ever notice, like, you know the Bible a little bit? So you know about Noah and his family, the Most High saved. So you think about it. Whenever the time something drastic was coming out, the Most High sent His prophets out in the street corners to warn His people. And that's what we're doing. If you look up Hebrew Israelites, you will see It's a lot of
Yeah,
what's
we're
going on right here.
everywhere.
We're everywhere.
Yeah, we're
This is going on, but see, when we marry and drinking and giving in marriage and all them things, we tend not to notice everything. You know what I'm saying? But that's why we're here to let our people know we love y'all. We love y'all. We want to see y'all do righteously by the Most High, because we don't want to see y'all destroyed in the last days. You know
Got
what I'm
one
saying?
question for the sister. What image of God, what image of Jesus did they give you in the churches? How did he look? Because the Bible we read now that we give an image in here, but they give you another image in the churches, right? So
So
he's a
do
white
we
man,
look
right?
kind of like this guy?
According to the-
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Ah, that's right.
The Bible do. Hey, look. Go ahead, bring this out. This
Bring
it.
it out. We're gonna leave y'all
And
with
we're gonna
this.
let y'all go. And we appreciate y'all for coming up
All
and being
praises,
women in
all
y'all
praises,
word.
all praises, man. All
Praise
praises.
y'all. Appreciate that.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ was God gave unto him to show unto his servants these which must shortly come to pass.
So right here it's saying that God gave John the Revelator a revelation, which is a revealing of what things will come to pass. So like right now, if the Most High came back, I mean, like, let's just say 20 years from now, they'll be like, hey, when we was right here at McDougal Terrace by Lakeland Mini Mart, you know, wasn't it a woman with, you know, kind of a goldish color blazer or, you know, sweater on that brothers was up there, prophets was talking to? It came to pass no matter what, no matter if it's 20 years ago, 30 years ago, it happened, right? So this is what John Revelator is saying, that this shall come to pass no matter what.
Verse 11, saying, I am Alpha and Omega, the first and the last, and what thou seest, write in a book.
So he telling you right now, whatever you see, please write this in a book. And this is that book. Now right here, now drop down to 13. Watch, we finna let you know what Jesus
Verse 13, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
So right now, they're trying to give you a description. So the Most High in their royal garments, they used to always wear them long cloaks. And it went down to the foot, right? And you know, when the foot is exposed, your feet will probably be the same color as the rest of your body, right? All right, so let's go ahead and see what his feet look like.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Okay, so let's go ahead and take this account. So his head and his hair were white like wool. So which one of those have hair that's white like wool? Right there, right? All right, go ahead. We're going to read a little bit more.
As white as snow.
As white as snow. So it's giving you a description how white. Go ahead, bring it on.
And his eyes were like as a flame of fire.
So now, which one of those, once again, have more of a depiction of eyes as a flame of fire? Oh, it's not that guy that they give us in the Christian churches, is it? The one that old granny had hanging up on the wall.
That follows you everywhere you went.
Not everywhere. All right. So let's get one more depiction, and then I'll go ahead and let y'all go.
And his feet.
So the feet gonna be the same color. Watch this.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
So you know what color brass is, right? Yep, it's like a brown color. But let's see how brown this brass is.
As if they burn in a furnace.
So if we put brass in a furnace and burn it, just like anything, what color would it be? Or black. Yeah, because we burn it, it's gonna be black. So it's either dark, super dark brown, or it's gonna be black. Watch this.
And his voice as a sound of many waters.
You know, they always depict the Jesus as having a wimpy voice. Now, come on, you guys. Let's go ahead and let's just be nice and let's hope. No, the Most High came out strong. I mean, he's a black man.
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying? He came out strong. He ain't no old weak punk.
That's
And that's
right.
just like us. When we come out here, we don't come to spare people, you know. We go ahead and we tell people how much we love them, you know. But then if they don't want to listen to the Most High, you know, or they be like, oh, well, quiet down. No, we got to tell people. You know, it might be somebody way over there that might need to hear the word. But we love y'all, though. And y'all go ahead, hey, contact these brothers over here.
Hey, look,
you know what I'm
hey,
saying? We got a lot
I
of
got a
mighty
question
women.
for you.
They got a lot of mighty women that do it. And, hey, y'all wouldn't be the only women. They daughters, y'all come over there.
Our daughters and everything. We got
Daughters, kids,
Yeah.
all of them wear like this. So I'm telling
I got
y'all,
a question
please,
for
please,
both of y'all,
please, we
right?
love y'all. Give
What's
them a
y'all
call.
nationality?
They black. Oh, you Hebrew Israelite?
Hey, she got
Please,
it.
ladies, hey, please, give them a call, please. All praises, please. All praises.
That's what's up
Hey,
right there.
go ahead.
The book of John, chapter 14, verse 15.
Bring it up.
If you love me, keep my commandments.
Oh, you ain't got to keep them. It's only 2.
If you love me, keep my commandments.
Read.
And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever. Even the Spirit of truth.
The spirit of what?
Of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him. But ye know him, for he dwelleth with you and shall be in you. I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. Yet a little while, and the world seeth me no more. But ye see me, because I live, ye shall also live.
That's
We let you
right.
know that if you get in these laws, statutes, and commandments, that you will live. You will have life. You will have that thirst that will be quenched. You will have that food that will fill you. So, hey, with that being said, I appreciate everything. I appreciate the Most High bringing them ladies over here to get the word. Hey, and I pray that that seed was sown so that another soul will be saved. And that being said, Kwam Yasharala. Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
And death to America.
Death to America.